Hello everybody and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. Today, you're starting the third class trial, the trial for Angie, Yonaga, and Tenko Chabashira. Let me see if I put this... Get off me, dog. To put all my skills on? Yeah, okay. Let us begin. So let's me press the damn button. Class trial in session.
Ahem! Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But I'll punish everyone
it's
besides the blackened,
this.
and that person will graduate from this academy.
This would be like, what, the 13th time we heard it? I don't know
Also,
if we heard it in
refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone!
What if I don't want to smile?
It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time.
Skill issue.
Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
Yes,
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Wow.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Oh my god, Tsumugi.
What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps
This is
going
gonna be
on.
the first non-stop debate. Is it even possible for a revived culprit to be a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up here. It'd have to be the Necronomicon, I think. Yeah.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased.
No, it
They
wasn't.
came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No!
Kaito.
So, ritual did work?
It's probably gonna be this one.
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected.
No, he wasn't.
The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please, stop it!
This isn't about believing in reviving the dead. I have to focus on their statements. Were all those statements correct?
This crime...
So, ritual...
That wasn't a V.
That's
I
wrong.
didn't hit the V. That's homophobic. Guys, this game is homophobic.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded.
Actually, isn't Kaito homophobic in the original Japanese?
According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us,
Pretty sure he uses a slur.
you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Probably not.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand.
Monokuma, shut the fuck up.
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Are you sure?
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Stop, dog.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a
Bro.
resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Bro, what the fuck? That's my goat you're talking about. Also, he's committed 2 homicides, Monotaro.
So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
What? Okay, Tsunuki, please shut the fuck up.
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who did it?
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Oh.
What? Why?
Don't play dumb with me, Creepshow. I already know what happened.
There you go.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie, and it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo,
Not what I meant to press. My god.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon.
I really did not mean to
You
press
were the
that.
only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Oh yeah! I'm a fucking genius!
I think it would be the front door. Is Correcchio really the culprit? Does that story fit the facts of this case? You should think about it from the beginning.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie, and it was found in Kyo's research lab, which makes you, Kyo, suspicious. But anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some katana. Just admit it, you shitty worm. You went to the classroom, broke in,
Whether Q had a key or not, and she still would have let him into her lab. From there, he could have pinned. No, she wouldn't have. What?
Oh no!
I made a mistake. I need to think it over again.
the culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was
Kokichi?
found in Kyo's research
I
lab.
think then.
Which makes you, Kyo, but anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some
Katana.
God,
Just
fucking
admit
damn
it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom. And murdered the fuck out of Angie.
Oh my god.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie, and it was found in Kyo's
This
research
is
lab.
annoying.
Which makes you, Kyo, suspicious. But anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some katana. Just admit it, you shitty worm. You went to the classroom, broke in,
Oh!
murdered the fuck out of Angie.
I'm going to fucking crash out.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, suspicious. But anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So
I'm
that
just
rusty
gonna
katana was the
pick it
murder
up.
weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some katana. Just admit it, you shit-eating worm!
You went to the classroom.
What? If Kyo had a cure not, Angie still would have let him into her lab. No, she wouldn't have. That's not what she's saying, though.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's...
What's Sumugi's account? Where is Sumugi's account?
research lab.
Okay, what the fuck?
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see. So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about some katana. Just admit it.
You shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
That's literally not what she said, though.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab.
This is so stupid. That's not what she said. Sumugi's account doesn't contradict the idea of him breaking in. Then her saying that Angie would have let him in is also not him breaking in.
Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
The fuck, man?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Sure.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack!
What the hell, man? Leave my boy alone.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Whatevs. The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well...
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
We're gonna get a last
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
Gonta
I'm
not
No,
culprit.
not the culprit.
Yeah. Alright. Last minute debate. Let's send it back to people back in the
We must
Gonta
consider
is
other
gentleman.
possibilities.
Possibilities.
Surely there must be suspects
Gentlemen,
outside the
not
student
betray
council.
student council.
And do you
utterly
have an alibi
impossible.
for last night?
A dead chick
Gonta
can't
in
be
the
the
mood talking to
culprit!
bug friends.
Why?
Only
Much
student
better
council
than being
members
out
had
too late
access.
at night.
Look, I don't know who the
Ask
culprit
bug
is.
friends if Kyo doubt Gonta.
It's gonna be
But
Kokichi's
it's
thing.
definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Insect.
Not what it... There were several suspicious statements, but one is obviously inconsistent. I'll listen carefully, sort the statements in my head, and find the answer.
We must
Gonta
consider
is
other
gentleman.
possibilities.
Sure, there must be suspects outside the student
Council.
Impossible.
Last night?
council.
Anyone can open that door. Only student council members had out.
Gotcha.
I heard it. No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have.
Wowie.
Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click. Clack. There! Open sesame!
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
Are you
So
sure?
you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Hmm?
Wait, what? What did you just say?
He's lying.
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No.
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie. Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
That's not how that works.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense?
No.
Can't you lock a door by picking it?
No.
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the
You
room.
can't do that. That's just not how that works.
They used a different method.
What
I guess
different method?
theoretically, but I'd assume that's a lot harder than unlocking.
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
The door the culprit locked last to steal the room was.
That's it!
I'm very smart.
The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
The tool that the culprit used to lock the sliding lock from outside was. Oh, it's this. There's no Monokuma. There's a hidden Monokuma in here, I know that. I don't know where he is though. I'm pretty sure there's a hidden Monokuma. There he is. Okay. Oh, god damn it. There.
I see it!
the gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
I hate these guys' interruptions.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it.
The Monocubes really don't add anything to the trials, except for Monosuke Monosuke giving away information. Last trial.
That means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with the katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
Nope.
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Gotta do something. Gotta do something. A different purpose. What could it have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. I don't know what's going on. Man. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Now! I don't have to worry about hitting a Monokuma here. This time. Okay, what turn the handle of the sliding lock? Oh! He's... Katana's hilt. Bro. I really dislike this minigame. I much prefer the one in 2. The snowboarding one. Okay, what was done to make the katana turn the lock? Ugh. Final of these stupid fuckers, questions. Bro, okay, how was the effigy manipulated to make the katana affect the lock? Spinning it. There we go.
It connects! That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy.
I'm gonna save. I'm gonna kill myself if I have to play that again. Like straight up suicide on the spot. There's still at least 3 more left in the game. I don't know how many.
Was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
But I would assume it's at least 3.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with a katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us! Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony.
Yep.
That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
A lie, yes.
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Nah, really? Kokichi lying, he would never.
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
Because you're fucking stupid.
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay.
Okay, I'll start right now.
Oh.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
Mew, I can't hold it up anymore.
What?
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
What the fuck?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
What the fuck?
What should we talk about now?
Thank you, Gonta, for steering the subject away from that
We
shit.
must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I'd never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider! Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Okay.
Suspect
Yeah,
Rangers?
they're the Power Rangers, but they're suspicious.
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down!
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers, what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Pain, Pekka.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting...
Why?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Himiko. Sorry, Himiko.
Why did Tenko have to die? I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We gotta figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko.
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her?
Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Is that really so surprising, Kokichi?
Kokichi, enough!
Gonta, kick him! Kick him in the ass!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko, worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now.
What?
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah. Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. All right. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse.
Oh. I think that's just murder.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
Mayhaps. They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrouch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious. Tancrouch!
The people who attended the seance. The people who attended the seance. Krekio, Shuichi, Himiko, Shuichi, Shokichi.
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four is really
If you say me, I'm gonna beat you up.
Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
Thank you, Kokichi.
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either.
Are you sure?
I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
However, there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall be used? The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this. Very well. I shall begin the preparations at once.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
A point of entry from outside? You must be referring to... Front over there? I can't tell if I'm... Is it there?
I was...
Okay, I can't see very well. I don't know. What? No? Okay.
Damn it!
I'm so confused.
There!
Okay, that's kind of stupid.
You're talking about under the floor, right?
Because when they made us investigate, the thing that you had to investigate, it wasn't the floor, it was that little... the bars there.
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Just say it. Non-stop debate. Okay. Cage Child's Marcus Payne has forwarded.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Hold on. There's Kibo's light. Child. Okay, where's the fucking... Wait. Use logo. Okay, I don't know.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said hold on a second.
One in the corner.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
There's one in the corner. It's probably gonna be best.
Hold on a second.
It's probably gonna be the whole... It's true that you could, that with a little light, you could move around the floor, under the floor. Is that possible?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
Would it be right on the floor? Only figures in the corner during the seance. Recently held and his place on the floor. I would assume so. Nothing. It's either gonna be his flashlight function.
Crawling under the
After they were under the floor. Because it wasn't dark.
under the floor. You see,
Our human
the light.
Yep.
That's wrong!
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Geez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Okay.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's
No.
not possible. She was alive at that point.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads!
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Do you think she's gonna do her her objection here? I'll save it before in case it crashes and I'm after. Oh no, oh, it's just a non-stop debate. Okay, I'll do the non-stop debate first, I guess. And I know she objects in this chapter.
When Tenko got killed,
It wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time.
It's gonna be the white
She was under the cage the whole time,
It's gonna be the white sheet.
and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Ooh, like that.
The fuck?
When Cage
You-
lifted, culprit stabbed Tanko real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
It was all of us. It was all of us.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no doubt!
Oh, Sickle. Tenko not being killed during the seance. That might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for it.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage.
Cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted? When Cage lifted,
Culprit
stabbed Tanko real
fast. So fast, no one saw.
It's not gonna be that, is
So
it?
who lifted the cage?
Cage.
Oh,
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
I'm actually confused here.
There's no doubt!
Iron cage. Tenko's blood was on the bottom of the cage. Never been killed during.
When Tenko got
Killed. It wasn't during the seance. It could not have been done at any other time.
She was under the cage the whole.
Not that? Okay. Tenko was definitely following the direction. She did not leave the cage.
Damn it!
Made a mistake.
When Tenko got
Killed. It wasn't during the seance. It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted. What about moment
Cage was
lifted?
Not that. But going to think that only possible if she was killed after seance. There's no reason why that not true, Shuichi. Made a mistake. God.
when Tenko got killed,
I'm so confused.
it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time.
So you're thinking that be seen through. There's blood on the back or in the middle of the sheet. There's no hole in the fabric. Okay, it's gonna be going to with the white sheet.
What about moment Cage was
lifted.
That's wrong!
Sorry, man.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted.
Okay, I'll be right back. Alright.
Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
Shoot you. You.
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
There's her objection. There's her objection.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Okay. Rebuttal showdown. She's played. Start. Shouldn't there have been noise there? Tenko's last one.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit. And that's none other than Kyo!
There has to be a hole in Mew's logic somewhere. Tickle's last moments. Her neck is deep. Probably not enough to cut her immediately. Lydia, no, second one was about 6 inches. I don't know what else we had. All I have to do is show the evidence that will counter Mew's claims.
The blade's all you need! If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
It's probably gonna be her last moment.
She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet, and that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
No. Huh? She's probably sitting down normally while she was in the cage. If you got a problem with that, then come up with a better explanation, bucko.
Oh
I made a
no!
mistake. I need to think it over again.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
Okay, well,
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
no, not that.
Damn it!
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
Marker stone?
Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words!
Okay.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone. And the cage itself was about 3 feet tall.
I mean, we know. Okay.
The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human
I have
race.
like no health.
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
Oh.
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible!
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that! Screw spirits!
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't be culprits!
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage? they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Wowie. You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
You're asking me? Yes. The they she's referring to. I hope I'm not fucking stupid. Like, I'm pretty sure I know who it is. I'm still doing this though, because it's fun. Alright, go on. Where are you? Wrong. Who could have killed Tenko inside the— oh. Where's Tenko? I actually don't know where Tenko's thing is. Wait, what? Tsurugi, Gonta, Kaede, Himiko, Tenko. Guys, I'm gonna lose my
I believe
fucking health. I'm
Maki is
gonna
referring
die.
to Tenko herself.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Hey, Angie, when did you brainwash Himiko?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die
But
with
then
her.
Himiko would die, you dumbass.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them. That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
A proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yeah.
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me
We're about
all
to
you
lie.
like.
We're about to lie.
But for now, I need you to trust in my detective
This
work.
feels like we're about to lie. I don't believe Temple would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys after the seance. She said see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that. And if we keep thinking, we will find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. I don't have a lot of fucking health.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Last moments.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Last moments.
Tenko's not that kind of person!
Child.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Wait. Monokuma file. Turn it back. It doesn't say. No, we do lie about. Okay, yeah, we use this to lie on there. Everyone thinks that Tenko committed suicide, but only because they're latching onto the easiest answer. To get out of this, I need to make them think their suicide theory wouldn't work.
So far, suicide...
That seems to be the best explanation. Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength,
Gotcha.
I'll reveal the truth.
Hell yeah. That should give me more.
Tenko couldn't
HP.
have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
Instantly?
He's like, Shuichi, what the fuck are you talking about? Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far but before she bled out. She's just like...
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
She's just like, Shuichi, what the fuck are you doing?
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Well, technically, Shuichi also specializes in murder. All four of the investigations he's been a part of have been about murder. The one before here, well, I guess he did.
Maki.
I guess he probably did other work with his uncle, I think.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
Haha, thank you.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Thank you.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Kaito, no, don't ruin this.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Maybe.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it...
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. There was a thud. I need some kind of clue that will help me solve this mystery. Okay. Thank God. Thank God. Sound during seance.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary
fuck?
during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed.
Nope.
How utterly strange.
It was not perfect.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black.
You never know if anyone was
My job was to relight the candles.
What if anyone got...
Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
It was pitch black during the seance. That limits what could have happened. Just stay calm. Think. There must be some kind of clue.
Did anything seem out of
The ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange. Now that I think about it. While we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
God damn it. God
I'm
damn
more concerned
you.
about how...
God damn you.
It was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary?
Ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange. Now that I think about it. While we were all singing the song, I heard something.
Cool.
I agree!
It's cute. I love Himiko.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Okay. Follow the lyrics. Bang!
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound. Like something hit the floorboards. Maybe that sound had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. What other thing happened in the dark? Red engine? No. Keep sound, stack statue. No. Corner. I don't know what he's referring to. What caused the sound? Not that. Is it this? And that has nothing to do with the sound during the seance. Nobody's gonna believe you anymore if you keep saying random things, you know? You don't get to say that.
I was wrong!
Spit up, think I'm a fraud. I don't know. What caused the sound? No. It's not that. This? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Dog statue? Maybe the statue of the same made that sound. Okay. Retry.
We can't let it end here!
I don't know.
Himiko.
Okay, now I just gotta go through this again. I'm so confused. Like, I genuinely don't know what they're talking about. What caused the sound that was heard during white sheet? Iron cage? Yeah, okay. Crosspiece. A hole.
This is it!
I pressed the fucking crosspiece and not that. I'm done.
I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound.
Guys, I'm gonna get a terrible score on this trial.
That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Sorry. Sorry.
Could the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That is true. There would have had to be a strong impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be? What could it possibly be? I think it's supposed to be possible.
Alright then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Time to not stop my debate.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Crosspiece.
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That
wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
Sadly, no.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
I'm pretty sure.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Okay. What would have made a strong enough impact to knock the floorboard loose? If I think about everyone's testimony and combine it with the facts.
So what made the
Floorboard come loose. Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Hide under floor.
Then stood up with such might.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
I agree. Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation,
No.
one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
What did they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I'll need to think carefully about the crosspiece and floorboard. Tenko's body was at one end of the loose floorboard, and the crosspiece that had been cut was on the other end of the floorboard. The unsupported part was outside the cage, so it could have been stomped on. Only one of the cross pieces were cut. The other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko, and the other was in the center, right about where the edge of the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? Think. Come on, think. Hangman's Gambit. This one is so funny. Is that an A? Nope. Give me an A. No. Just need a T now. I've
I
lost
see now.
half of my health again already.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Yeah? A seesaw?
A seesaw.
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two cross pieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that, unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
The floorboard seesaw, the cage, and blood on the white fabric. What conclusion can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence. Where was the sickle when Tenko was killed?
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was also the wooden statue kept the blade in place. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble, but the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage.
Dead.
She was bent over,
Oh.
meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouch position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
That was weird. Why did it do it like that?
Huh? Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
Wrong.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
However, there were 3 empty rooms. Which one shall... Okay, it's just this again.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance, and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
It's a lie.
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tinko? I killed Tinko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea, but does that mean that Himiko really did kill Tenko? Would something like that really happen? Something so cruel. Intermission! Alright, well. We will finish this class trial and find out if Himiko really did kill Tenko next time. Bye bye!